So, if you're a Canadian author trying to get your book out there, you've heard these names, right? KDP, IngramSpark, Draft2Digital. But here's the thing that trips a lot of people up. They aren't actually competitors. They're specialized tools. Think of them as different tools in your author toolkit. In this explainer, we're going to break down what each one really does and, more importantly, how you use them together to build a serious, professional publishing business. Let's dive in. And we're going to start with this quote because it just gets right to the heart of the matter. The most successful indie authors, they don't just put a book on Amazon and hope for the best. Nope. They make a whole series of smart, strategic decisions to build a career that lasts. And it all begins with this one absolutely crucial shift in how you think. So what is that shift exactly? Well, it's about understanding the massive difference between just posting a file online and actually publishing a book. One's kind of a hobby, right? The other is a business where you're building real assets for the long haul. Yeah, this lays it out perfectly. Over on the left, you've got posting. You toss your manuscript out there and cross your fingers. It's totally reactive. But on the right, that's publishing. It's a proactive system. See those gears turning? That's you registering your own ISBN. That's you deciding on a real distribution strategy and actually planning for your book's future. It's all about creating a business that can grow and last. Okay, so let's grab the first tool from our toolkit. This is the big one, Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing, or KDP. It is the absolute giant of online retail, and you can't ignore it. The best way to think of KDP is as your main direct-to-you, the reader's storefront. The power of KDP is, well, it's undeniable. You get instant, direct access to millions of readers. And the print-on-demand part is a game changer. It means you never have to risk a dime on printing a garage full of books. But take a closer look at those bottom 2 points. That free ISBN and the KDP Select program, they come with some major strings attached. The big takeaway here is that sometimes convenience can cost you control. Let me show you what I mean. This right here is a super important concept, the publisher of record. Basically, this is the name that's officially listed as the publisher in all the global databases. Now, if you take Amazon's free ISBN, guess who becomes the publisher of record? Amazon, not you. But, and this is the secret weapon for us Canadians, you can get your own ISBNs for free from Library and Archives Canada. That lets you be the publisher, giving you total control and ownership over your book's identity. Okay, let's move on to the next tool in the box. If KDP is your retail storefront, think of IngramSpark as your wholesale distribution network. It's a completely different job. This isn't about selling directly to readers. This is about making your book available to bookstores, to libraries, to schools, the whole shebang. Now, I know what you're thinking because this question comes up all the time. KDP has a little checkbox called Expanded Distribution, and it sounds like it does the exact same thing as IngramSpark. So why on earth would you need both? Well, the answer comes down to reach, control, and frankly, how the real book industry actually works behind the scenes. This chart just breaks it all down so clearly. Look at the reach and control rows. KDP's option, it's a nice little add-on, but IngramSpark is the industry standard for wholesale. It's deeply plugged into the systems that bookstores and libraries use every single day. And here's the crucial part, it gives you control. You can customize your wholesale discount, and that is a massive factor for a bookstore deciding whether or not to even consider stocking your book. Okay, so we've got our retail storefront with KDP. We've got our wholesale network with IngramSpark. So, what's the third tool for? This is where Draft2Digital comes into play. Think of it as your key to efficiency. It gets your ebook out everywhere else, reaching all those readers who don't happen to shop on Amazon. Draft2Digital's job is really simple. It's an ebook aggregator. What that means is you upload your book file just one time, and like you see in this little funnel here, it pushes it out to a huge network of other retailers. For us Canadian authors, this is absolutely essential. Why? Kobo. It gets you to the massive Kobo readership. Plus, it's your main gateway into library lending systems like Overdrive. It's all about diversifying where your money comes from and building a much more resilient business. So now we have our 3 specialized tools, right? The final, most important step is to stop thinking of them as separate choices. You need to start seeing how they all fit together to create this powerful, professional publishing infrastructure, an infrastructure that you own and you control. This chart pretty much sums up the entire strategy. KDP is for your direct-to-consumer sales on the biggest retail site on the planet. IngramSpark is institution-facing. It gets you in front of bookstores and libraries. And Draft2Digital builds your resilience by spreading your ebook sales out everywhere else. See? Each platform has a very specific job to do. So what does this actually look like day to day? It's a unified strategy. It's so simple. Step 1, you use KDP for what it's best at, selling on Amazon. Step 2, you use IngramSpark to open up the rest of the print world. Step 3, you use Draft2Digital to go wide with your ebook. And what's the glue that holds it all together? Step 4, you use your own free Canadian ISBNs across every single platform. That is how you tie your publishing brand together and maintain complete control.
So I'm going to leave you with this one question to think about. Is your business built on a platform, or is it built on infrastructure? Are you just renting space, totally dependent on someone else's rules and algorithms? Or are you using these tools to build a lasting business that you, and only you, truly own? The choice is yours, and making that choice deliberately, well, that's the first real step from being someone who just posts a book to becoming a true publisher. Thanks for watching.